Hi, and welcome to Evadyne with Company, Talk Worth Listening to. I am happy to be a part of Grown Folk Talking, Express Yourself podcast. We are at the end of the first month of the year, 2023, and it's nothing like starting fresh in the new month with new ideas and new goals. Today's talk will be on Spiritually You. The last Thursday of every month, you can join us back here for Spiritually You. But every Thursday, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to find Evadyne with Company Talk Worth Listening to, speaking about a subject of importance. So let's speak about Spiritually You. The goal of this talk is to help people realize their spirituality, the power in their spirituality, and being in succinct with that spirituality as they move through their lives. And when I say people, because this is grown folk talking, we're talking to grown folk. But I am hoping that the information shared will also be expressed verbally and or through action to the younger people in our lives, however we are associated with them. Very interesting, today I attended a meeting with the guest speaker, Jean-Paul Gonzalez. He is one of the most influential people that move the New York Jets to their greater successes over the years. As a ninth grade history teacher, he opted to continue teaching once he was sought out by the football team to be their motivator. He continued teaching because of the impact he would have on young people's lives. In Union City, New Jersey, he actually started a nonprofit with a now over 3,000 in attendance of youth, helping young people with an alternative to gangs and or feeling alone. He's given them a place. And now, as it has grown from just 5 students the first week they opened to over 3,000 young people, it is his graduates that are now the coaches and the guides and the mentors and the tutors. Following your spirit, following the direction that's given to us past what you can see, but most importantly, what you feel. What you feel. It was an honor meeting him today, and a greater honor listening to him speak, because he was solidifying a lot of the things that I say and do for the greater good of humanity. You can visit my website, NetworkingForSuccess.info, and you can see the many things that I do and how I do them. You can keep in touch with our podcast. You can listen to previous. You can visit my YouTube under Evadyne Smith. You can see me. And if you look at him and pull up some of his video footage, some of his speeches, understand who he is, you will see then why I am saying what I am saying now. It was an honor hearing him and listening to his story, because it resonated with the life that I live. Why do I explain that? because spiritually you is something that I wanted to start in the mid-90s. But I'm a patient person. I'm patient. But I continue doing what I'm supposed to do. And in the mid-90s, when I came up with the idea, it again was to bring forth people's understanding of the power in the spirit of a person. And as Michael Jackson says, the man in the mirror, we can start with ourselves. We are powerful beings. And people confuse spiritualism as a practice with spirituality and the power of your spirit. Know that as man speaks and brands for their purpose, they could turn a chocolate chip cookie into a miniature cake if they wanted to rebrand a chocolate chip cookie from being initially a chocolate chip cake that dehydrated. Words and terms and direction and advertisement can change everything around. So I don't want people to be confused between spiritualism and the practice of it and what society brands it as, and spirituality, and understand the power of your being, the power of your purpose, the reason you are here. I thought about explaining spirituality like this. This is regarding a relationship, a romantic relationship. Can you tell the difference looking at a couple who love each other and a couple that's in love with each other? Can you see the difference in that? Love is genuine. Love is respect. Love is character. Love is adoration. Love is an appreciation to a higher level. Love is a feeling. Love is a practice. You love someone, and they love you, and you wish all the best for them. That's perfect. In love is a whirlwind. It's the October breeze. It's feeling like you're an eagle flying with someone, hand to hand, toe to toe, touch to touch. The energy between the two people, others can actually feel and see. The sparkle in someone's eye while they're looking at not only that person, but the sparkle in their eyes as they're engaging outside of the relationship. You know that there's something else going on inside of that person, inside of their life. Something excites them. Work is over at 5, they're at the clock at 5. Why? Because their date is waiting downstairs, the person they are in love with. It is a motion to the emotion. It is activity, being in love. And that's what spirituality is. That is what knowing your power, knowing your passion. I heard today, literally, that passion equals struggle. It is the thing that you will struggle to accomplish because of your love for it and your desire for it. And you can be passionate about the person you love as well, but that in love thing, again, it's a movement of emotions. It's incredible. It's 90 degrees outside, 60 degrees inside. It's nature. It's nature at its best. We're going to come together once a month, the last Thursday of the month. I want you, if it is okay, to look at your spirit. Look at the things that move you to do your best, almost like your reasons why. Do some research. Do some research. And when we come back together, let's talk about those things. Let's talk about what you found in yourself. You can make it a project with your children. You can make it a project with your friends. Knowing who you are spiritually, not religion. It's a difference. Spiritually, without any effort, it's what you feel. What is, I'm going to believe, most people come to when they are in meditation. They're connecting to their spirituality. When they are at silent retreats, they're connecting spiritually to who they are. It's that regroup, that let me find me. Because the one thing we don't do a lot of is pause, P-A-U-S-E. We do not pause to assess who we are, what we're doing. Are we doing what we were meant to do? Are we still on track? When you pause and reassess and take off to getting that thing done, it's like being in love. It's full action. It's movement. You're on your way. You're going. It's so important in having a fulfilled life to know what your life is supposed to be. To know what your life is supposed to be. And we sometimes get sidetracked by others. We get sidetracked by others. Others who feel like they know better than us. Others who feel like they see something in us, and at times it is themselves that they're seeing. It is their desires and their dreams and their hopes that they failed to accomplish, and now they want to live it through you. So when we pause, it gives us an opportunity to assess, reassess, reevaluate, do some planning again, and take off. Take off in that direction that you want to be in, toward your goal. Is knowing who you are spiritually selfish? In a certain kind of way, but it's also self-preserving. Because if you don't know you, your purpose, your passion, your greatness, and you are possibly responsible for those same things or guiding in those same areas other people, whether it's children or family, or if you're a team leader at work, if you don't know the greater good of you, how well will your job be done? How well will your job be done? Which brings me to this phrase that I see when people have passed on. I've seen plaques stating, "May the work I've done speak for me." I absolutely love that phrase. I love it. May the work I've done speak for me. And why do I love it? Because I'm able to read it, number one. I'm on this side, so I can see it. But it helps to think about, wow, what am I doing? Am I doing what I am here to do? Because technically, that phrase, though we are reading it because we're still on this side of the mountain, that phrase is actually saying for that person to have passed, they're hoping that there's a smile on the other side of the mountain, that they've received a passing grade to move on to the next phase, whatever that is, whatever you believe. May the work I've done speak for me. But if you're standing there reading it, it should also make you think, wow, is that judgment? And am I doing what I am supposed to be doing? When I speak at services, that's what I speak about. The passing of one should allow everyone in that room an opportunity to think about life, their life, and are they doing their best to live their life right now in the skin they are in. In the skin they are in, which goes back to your purpose, your passion, your spirituality, how connected you are, because you really want to be connected now to the Creator so you can hear your direction, so you can get your messages, so you can live a fulfilled life. You want to be connected now. That's that spirituality. That's that pause that one should take periodically. Don't pause too much. If the light turns green, you have to go if you're driving. But you want to take deliberate time to assess you. You. Not from someone else's eyes, but from yours. Daydreaming was something that we did as children, and I'm hoping others do it now. I do it all the time. Not only do I daydream, but in my daydream and the thoughts and the ideas that I get, I literally play out the whole scenario in my mind. In my mind, to the point where I see people's expressions at the end of the event, if it's an event that I'm planning. I plan the whole thing out, which could go to why I was able to author a book on mental health. It's titled Suicide is a Serious Killer. Let's End It Today. It's a statement and an invitation to understanding that mind is to mental as teeth are to dental, and we all have a mind. So I use my mind, and I use it in a way that it pleases me, and it brings me a sense of gratitude that in the end, what it does, how it thinks, how I move to the thoughts, reveals when I hear other people speaking, like the gentleman today, Jean Paul Gonzalez. He was speaking my language. And he was speaking my language and the way that I received it in my mind and processed it and shared it with others. We are uniquely designed, but not necessarily uniquely open to receive messages. Our Creator sends messages on a regular basis. This is why people pray. This is why people hope. This is why people have faith, so that answers can be revealed. But you have people who want to be particular about how the revelation comes. Sometimes we have to step out of our own way and let the greater Creator bring us our answers. And they will come through people. I'm here to tell you your answers are going to come through people. That's how your prayers are answered, your faith gets proven, your hope becomes reality through people, the messengers from the Creator. But you have to be open. You have to be open to receive it, to hear it, to understand it. And that goes back to spirituality. It's a powerful movement. I don't want to say supernatural because it's natural. It's natural. That supernatural for me is like when they call homeopathic practices alternative medicine. I don't agree. That is not alternative medicine. That is the first medicine. That is the first healing process, long before laboratories were created. So when I hear supernatural, again, man and their branding, it creates a separation for people that it's the unknown. That is the unknown. So some people tend to reject the idea of those things because it has been branded as supernatural. And if you want to own it, we're all supernatural. But no, it's natural. It is a natural order that our Creator will provide us with the things that we need, that we ask for, that we pray for, that we chant for, that we hope for, and that we have faith for. So it's not supernatural. Don't be afraid. And if this conversation about spirituality brings you a sense of fear or apprehension, shake it off. Shake it off. Because we're bigger than the flesh that we see in the mirror. We're bigger than that, greater than the flesh that we see in the mirror. We are spiritual beings. We are electrical beings. Spirit, electricity, in love, that action and motion with the emotion. We're bigger than just the skin that we see in the mirror. Electricity, what is she talking about? Here's an example. You're getting dressed, you're putting on a garment, and you get shocked. And the garment isn't plugged in to the wall, and neither are you, just for the record, right? That's our electricity. If you have hair and you brush your hair, you could literally hold the brush above your head and you'll see your hair lift to attract to the brush, but really to the electricity, because the brush has already run through the electricity. Like the circuits, you know? I'm not making this up. I don't even look forward to making things up. I don't. I was going to say I look forward to, but I don't. Try it. And I probably don't have to say to you, try it, since this is grown folk talking, because you've seen it happen. You've seen it happen. Doing the laundry, you get shocks from the clothes, and you feel it. It's not the clothing talking to the clothing. You feel it. But again, even in your home, while putting on a garment, you'll get a shock. We are electrical beings. No need to fear. Be proud and be clear. Okay, I thought I'd rhyme at that point. But really, be proud and be clear that we are powerful, powerful beings. Don't let the branding scare you. Don't let the branding scare you. The spirituality grows deeper and further than just your passion. It goes to a higher level of intuitiveness, right? Intuitiveness. It is how you can come up with an idea from scratch. You can come up with an idea out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Artists can grab materials and create on a blank piece of paper, get some coloring items, and create. From where? It's bigger than us. And when we realize it and start moving in it, we are going to be living in a better, greater, more powerful world. And just for the record, there will come a time when we will leave this world. We will pass on. But until that time, plug in to yourself, ignite yourself, feel positive and good about yourself. I always say, if you can't do today what you were able to do last year physically, remember that what you were able to do last year, you weren't able to do when you were born. So we grow to learn how to do. And the time may come when you can't do that anymore. But I say today, if you can't do what you did last year physically, do what you can do. Do what you can do to the nth degree. Live your life as fully as possible. And I say that, and here's an example. You may have been the greatest dancer, and because of an illness, you cannot dance like that anymore. So what do? Do you not go to the party? No. You go to the party, and you get a sturdy chair, and you get your chair dance on. Not lap dance, but you get your chair dance on. You do what you can do. If you can't stand on your feet and carry your weight to dance, then you move your feet while you're sitting, and you move your upper body, and you enjoy the music. You do not stay home because you cannot do what you used to be able to do. We're bigger, greater, and better than just the flesh that you see in the mirror. Spirituality is powerful. Again, we're not speaking about the practice of spiritualism in a sense that society has branded. But when it comes to your intuitiveness, when it comes to, and again, we're grown folk, we have children, we have young people who are far more superior intellectually than we are, because they come with the knowledge and of experience that the ones who left before them bring with them. They give it to them. They arrive and they're given all of that power if we just stop and listen. Stop and observe. Not be the judge of the young people. Not be the wardens of the young people. But look at who they are and how they move. And I mean, even the generation right below us, the generation below us is so fantastically worthy of praise in terms of their independence and how they make their money, how they make their living in the industries, out of the industries, their creativity. They have far surpassed most of us grown folk in that same sense. They're in their 20s and 30s and millionaires 2 times over. Because the one thing they came with, again, was the intellectual ability to see that working 35 years to life may not be an option for them. May not be an option. But they really come with talent. They come with direction. Hopefully they were able to continue daydreaming as children instead of being told to stop daydreaming. They are living their dreams. And they may need some direction. They may. But look at the generation below us. And I'm going to say like the 35 to 40-year-olds who are very successful, once again, very talented, but they started in their 20s when we were probably in our 40s or early 50s. They're successful mainly because they're doing what they enjoy doing. They're following their innate ideas and using their abilities. Using their abilities. Spirituality and understanding your purpose, following your passion, being willing to struggle to accomplish your goal that you're passionate about, it's powerful. That's powerful. So we're going to meet. Hopefully here, you'll, join us back here. And whatever you do, don't forget Grown Folk Talking. Come back after this is over and listen to the show lineup, because there is so much information being shared from us folks who know on different subjects, and we could use it. We could use it, even if not for ourselves, to pass it on. Because the older we get, the closer we get to the glorious mountaintop, wherever that is. So we don't want to leave knowing information that the younger generation or even some people on our own generation could use. Come back and listen. Go to the website, NetworkingForSuccess.info. Click on my podcast. You'll get the number, and you can call into that number, or you can text the number. Call me, and it will call you back. Grown Folk Talking. That's who we are, and that's what we are. But spiritually, you will take you to a higher level. And again, Being spiritual is not about religion. It's not about religion. So, whatever your religion, whatever your belief, knowing the power of your spirit and the power of understanding your spirituality will bring you closer in that faith based organization. It will bring you closer because it will make you better. It will make you more whole. It will make you more fulfilled. Hmm. When we think about how often we could have done something differently if we were just patient enough to understand the process, we can put a check mark in that box to say, I wish this was a do-over. I wish this was a do-over. But sometimes we can't do it over. But when you assess yourself and your actions and your decisions, moving forward, you will learn. Sometimes you should pause. Pause. Pause so that you can get the answer. Process the information completely. You have some people who, if you speak to them, they respond instantly. And they could have a brain like that, but the instantaneous response did not give them an opportunity to really process the information they were responding to. Understand you. Self-evaluate you. Learn to love you wholly. And I always say, I love myself. And I even say I'm in love with myself. Because I am me personally, I am actively operating in an motion-full way. I probably need to pause. But I do. Good rest is very important. Good rest is very important. But we just sometimes need to pause so that you don't overreact, so that you don't have to apologize for something you did or something you said. Just pause. Understanding spirituality is powerful, and we are in that same universal place of power. We're great. We're wonderful. We're fantastic. We are intelligent. We are creative. We are loving. We are loved. And we are deserving of the best life possible from ourselves. Not from others, but from ourselves. Treat ourselves well, and others will do the same. We will accept no shorts when we treat ourselves well because we understand who we are. We understand our value. We understand our purpose. And we move in our passion. So then others around us will have to come with that same understanding of us, or we have to decide whether or not we accept it. I hope this has been helpful. What I'd like to do now is open up the line. If anyone has anything to say on anything I've said, on their spiritual journey, if they've taken one, on the spiritual journey that they would like to take, you are welcome to speak. Okay. Well, we're still here. Um, and I, for the record, can continue speaking. But no, if we have any comments, anything that anyone wants to say, if you don't want to speak out loud, you can put it in the chat. I'll take a peek at the chat. Okay. Well, see, I didn't want to keep going on and on and on and on. First, I didn't want to put you to sleep. But second, I definitely wanted to give you an opportunity to share some information, to ask questions. All who are listening, as an appreciation package, I give you my website, nfspcn.com. That is my thank you gift. It has a copy of my book in there, a digital copy of my book. It has a host of other great offers that can improve your life, that can make you smile, that can make you laugh, that can dress you well, that can help you travel. There's a whole lot of things in that package. I also would like to invite any of you. So I am a tax preparer, over 16 years in the business, and this season in the New York metropolitan area, I am going into nonprofit organizations to provide on-site tax prep affordably and utilizing it as a fundraiser for the organization as well. So you can call me at 347-457-2769. You can email me at teamfollowme@yahoo.com. And I guess maybe I should figure out how to put something in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. I'm not sure if you're online or if you are on the phone. But there's a video on my YouTube, and I have it on the website as well, the podcast, NetworkingForSuccess.info, NetworkingForSuccess.info. Under the podcast, I have created a video to help people prepare for the income tax process. Many people don't understand the process. They take their documents, drop them off, sign off, go home, expect a check, and that's fine. But I just give you some tips, some education, whether you utilize our services or not. Education is key. Knowledge is power. So I just want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to have the best experience, the most honest experience, because the last thing you want is a letter from the state or the federal 2 years later with some interest tied to it. So you can go to the website, NetworkingForSuccess.info, and you can listen to the video. You can listen. You don't have to watch. You can listen. Or you can go to my YouTube, which is also under Evadyne Smith, Evadyne. Any questions from anyone? Comments? Okay. Spiritually you. That was today's talk, and we will come back together to speak on this subject the last Thursday of the month. You can catch it here on Grown Folk Talking. One word, Grown Folk Talking. Express yourself. Call back into this number. Listen to the show lineup. More and more shows are added. More and more hosts are coming on board. This is my first, and I'm grateful to have been invited to listen in first and then to become a part of the family. Okay. Well, if no one has anything to say, No questions? No comments? Good? Okay. Well, I thank you all for listening in. This will be repeated. I'll add this to my website, the recording of today's show. It's the first. I hope it has been helpful, resourceful. Don't forget, you're going to get a digital copy of the book, Suicide is a Serious Killer. Let's End It Today. You'll have that in the nfspcn.com site. You can share that. It is an incredible read for ages 7 and above. It's about understanding mental health and eliminating these reported cases of suicides that we just keep getting. Protein deficiency, so low protein in your body can cause your neurotransmitters to go off whack. So nutrition is important, and medication that may cause your protein levels to go down. Believe the side effects. I think that's a good thing to say. Believe the possible side effects, and don't believe it can't happen to me. Don't believe that. It can't happen to me. So just weigh the benefits and the risks and see which one wins. And, do your best to go holistic when you have conditions that need to be managed or reversed. Do your best to go holistic. Less side effects. In that link as well. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, sister. This is Forrest. I wanted to say I listened to you from the beginning. Wonderful presentation. And I guess with our listeners up here, whoever's listening, they have to get used to it. And when you set them on a spiritual journey, okay, their plane might still be parked. No disrespect to the listeners, but I understand exactly where you're coming from. And we're trying to gravitate, or should I say, I know some of the listeners through conversations are trying to gravitate to that spiritual realm. So with that being said, I just want to give you a comment, say wonderful. And as you spend more time with our family, more people will chime in because this is your first day. And I remember my very first day 3 years ago doing podcasts. It was like crickets too. But I just want to say to the listeners, for those who are listening, Sister Evadyne, you can at least make a comment, say, wonderful presentation. Even though you have any questions or comments, just to give the sister, not saying she needs a boost, because if you listen to her spirit and what's coming out of her mouth, she already has that spirit, okay? So once again, my dear sister, peace and blessings. Thank you for the presentation. And for those listeners out there, come on, we always say share and support. You guys can make a little comment to the sister. If not, well, I guess you just got a wonderful wealth of information. And remember, family, get that breath of fresh air, all right, because there's a lot of stale air out here. And this sister gives not only a wealth of information spiritually, but she's telling you about protein and neurotransmitters. Listen up. We're trying to educate. But thank you, sister. I'll just leave it like that, and I'm going to pass the mic back along to you.
Thank you very much, Forrest. Thank you. And again, thank you for the invitation to this wonderful platform of, and I'm going to say generous participants. I've listened to several of the shows, and the feedback has been wonderful. The show topics are wonderful. The knowledge is vast from all of the hosts and the listeners. So as you say, it's like a each one teach one. We're truly a melting pot. So when people do comment, we're learning from you as well. The expert is the one that's sharing information. So if you're commenting and you're sharing, you become the expert because you know what you know, and we are all willing and ready to learn from each other. So thank you very much, Forrest. And I know you're on that nutrition vegan level, so you understand the power of it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I am not concerned about the amount of listeners today because it's bigger than us. And if one person gets a little bit of information that's new to them and they share it with one more person, And it can go that way. You know, a lot of people don't realize. Do you know the story of how President Obama was born in America?
I'm listening.
So Paul Robeson, Dubois, Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, and I'm always missing one. Sidney Poitier, W.E.B. Du Bois, Paul Robeson, Andrew Young, and why do I skip like that? Okay. And the other gentleman I mentioned, they were all sitting together having a conversation, and someone came up with the idea of bringing African students to an American university. They reached out, and I'll say someone came up with the idea, because though all the gentlemen were part of this group, you know, someone had to say, you know, let's do, and then they all followed through. But they wanted to bring African students to an American university, and Hawaii had just become part of the U.S. continental, and the other states, of course, said no during that era. Hawaii said yes, and that's how President Obama's dad came to America. One person can have an idea, share that idea, and it can grow bigger than we know. Bigger than we know. So if one person gets a little bit of information and they share it with one person, that one person shares, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just here to receive and deliver, and thank you again for the introduction and for commending my content. I appreciate that.
Not a problem, sister. You know that.
Would anyone else like to add anything? And if you're a host on this platform and you like to shout out right now your program and time, feel free. Okay. Well, I'll ask everyone listening, whether now or on a recorded version, just call in to the number 520-525-8633. Different carriers will charge you, so you can text that same number, call me, and it will call you back. So free of charge, you'll be able to listen in. But listen to the show lineup. Listen to the show lineup. Welcome. We're doing a Q&A and comment at this time. Someone left a message. Hold on. You hear me? Someone left a message. Hold on. That's so funny. Okay. So I'm going to end now on a high note. I love this new logo. So please download the app. Also, it's Huddle, HUDDLE.TEAM, Huddle Team. Download the app. It gives you greater access, and the meeting is grown folk. One word, GROWNFOLK. One word. This way you can use the app. You can have more access to typing in your comment if you don't want to come online, and eventually we'll be on with video and we'll get to see everybody and say hello and all of that. It's a growing process. It was established in 2022, and it's going to be here to 3022. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there into the universe, into the space. So, yes, download the app. It's the best way to come on. But, of course, you can always call in and, share. Share this with your friends and make it a party. Come on as a group.
Sister E.
Yes, sir.
Sister Nabia said she was trying to make a comment. She just called me on the other end and just clicked back over. And she said for some reason, because when I came in online, I know it said muted, but I never heard the phone say unmuted while I was here. I might have missed it. I don't know. But She's trying to come out. I told her hit *6 in case she get. There you go. That might be her.
Sister Nabia?
Oh,
I don't think I have it muted. Let me check.
Okay.
I'm new in this world.
Yeah, you get a hang to it.
No, because it says here mute all, so that means it's not muted, correct?
Okay, right, because you can
Hold
hear
on,
me.
let me go to Q. Let's try that. No. Oh, I see Sister Nabia. I think that's her. Let's see.
Give me? Yeah, your
Hi.
presentation was just so informative. A wealth
I'm
of
sorry,
knowledge.
Sister Nabia?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yes, can you hear me?
Hi, we can hear you now. Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah. I was trying for 15 minutes now to just get to. I had a comment to make, and then just to commend you on your wonderful presentation. I was recording it on my tape recorder, and because I'm moving around, I'm doing so much trying to help my aunt, pack and all that other stuff. However, yeah, this is just needed, and I'm going to share this with my friends and, family members about your show because people do need this information, and we all know someone that can, just utilize it and just use this information in our everyday life and share it with other people. Your website, I think the one, is it NSS or is it SSS? I couldn't get that first letter of your
It's
website.
N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, NF,
Oh.
F as in
Okay.
Frank, S as in Sam, P as in Paul, P as in Paul, C as in Charlie, N as in Nancy.
Is it one P? Is it one P or two?
One P.
Okay, and then C and then Charles and then Doc. Okay, yeah, I want to share that
After the C, there's an N.
N. Oh, see,
right.
I have
so
it all.
So it's NFSPCN.com, and it stands for Networking for Success Power Card Network.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful it's a beautiful portal.
I can sense that your presentation just tell some of what you have to offer and share, and it's very much needed, and people are being more receptive. They're reaching out, because it's a part of our life, not right now, and every little help we can get, and it's not a little help because you give so much. I just want to tell you I enjoyed it, but I'm trying my best to get out to take care of my aunt. I will, tune in again next week, and I will tell this and share with other people your podcast. And I come on Saturday, and that's Let Us Heal the World. So, God willing, we can do this. It's going to take all of us to put our effort in and just get this job done. Okay, so I want to thank you again. And
I thank you. What time is your show on Saturday? I'm sorry. What time is your show on Saturday?
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock p.m. Yes.
And it's Let's Heal the World.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, we should be doing that.
Yes. Yes, you did a wonderful job, and all that information on peace and tranquility and all that, and what we need to incorporate in our lives, help us to be healthy. Because when we say mental, we always think it's something negative. We have to keep a positive outlook, and we got to save this brain and the body and the spirit and all that, as well as, our emotions. So thank you so much, and, God bless you. And just come back again with your wealth of knowledge, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope everything goes well with your aunt. She's packing, so that's a good transition. She is packing, so that's good. Whether she's taking a trip or relocating.
Yes, you have to get rid of some things, and people are there because now she has a problem with her knees, so she can't really do much. So people are coming in and putting some time in. So she's in her 80s. I think she's 84 now. So
that's
God
beautiful.
bless her. And Yeah, so you take care, and your spirit is so wonderful. I can see you without even seeing you in the physical. Because my phone, I have to get everything, I guess they have to have me put that install, whatever, because my phone is in a little space now. It's so many issues we're having, and now it's deleting, a lot of my, contacts and what have you. So I got to get that worked on. And, I'll be able to get the visual. Okay? So thank you again, and I'm going to run. And Forrest, thank you, okay, because I had to call him to let him know. I can't get in.
About that.
Yes. Okay, honey. Have a great day. God bless.
You also as well. Every day. Thank you.
You're welcome now. Bye-bye.
Beautiful. It's a great community. It's a great community. I thank you, Forrest. So if no one else has anything else to say, we've heard greatness on top of greatness on top of greatness. So I guess this is just the cherry now. Be well. Stay clear. Understand your you and the power of you. And please come back again also next Thursday, 12:30 to 2 p.m. The next topic will be on how to have a happy and healthy relationship. How to have a happy and healthy relationship. And what you can do if you like, again, is you can go to NetworkingForSuccess.info and go to the podcast on how to have a happy divorce, and that would be the pre to next Thursday. You'll see. You'll see. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for listening in. Feel free to comment on my website, or you can directly to me, teamfollowme@yahoo.com. And again, if you have any organizations that would like on-site tax prep, or any business that wants to bring on-site tax prep to their staff, please let us know, and we'll be there. Have a great grown folk day.